Alrighty, this is Dr. Trashbag back with the tower. I already did the respec, and let me just get a few things up and running. Looks like sound is working well in terms of my microphone. I think I had one stream where where I didn't have the correct microphone, so y'all could still hear me, but it just didn't sound that great. Let's see. Let me go ahead and send out that I'm doing the stream, and then I'll get going. Alrighty. So I've recently joined, I think, JPlay and the Spartan Discord. And so that's cool. Let's see here. Let me make sure. All right, so that is Spartan. And then where is, there it is. There's JPlay. Okay, so I guess I can do a quick overview of my respec. I pretty much put the majority of my coins into damage. Oh, I can get a few of those. Okay. I accidentally purchased all of damage, but I'm not going to respec twice, so it is what it is. My click finger was just a little too powerful, I guess. Defense, I get the major things like defense percent, thorn, and death defy and stuff like that, and then I use the remaining coins to kind of fill that up after I get utility pretty much majority maxed out. I accidentally started spending money in enemy attack level skips. I should have put it all into enemy health level skips. That was my bad. Health, I only put in one. Damage, I got up to 1.64 for damage, and crit factor 1.62 for super crit, and then 1.16 for attack speed. And so what is my attack speed? It is 49 now. Nice, almost 50. Heck yeah. And then the last one is utility. Put a lot into extra cash, recovery package, a little bit into free upgrades, and a little bit into enemy level skip. And then let's see, cards. Let's go ahead and turn that to tourney. Yeah, I have the damage card mastery. Looks like, yeah, just 2 levels in research right now. I got the nuke, got second wind, got recovery package. It's not going to really help me in the tourney, but it helps me with farming, which, you know, makes me better for future ones. Super Tower Master, I got up to level 3, so 12 seconds. Maybe I can do another one in terms of research for, looks like Demon Mode might be a good one, and Damage might be a good one. All right, yeah, we got cash and free upgrade. That's what I was looking for. Let's go ahead and switch to Death Penalty. Yep. Critical chance, attack speed, all that good stuff. But the main thing is 11% chance to kill a boss just outright. That's what I really want there. But yeah, leveling up. I think it was someone mentioned that, you know, they're jealous of my module levels. Let's actually see who said that. Community JPlay said that, and yeah, that's mainly because of my recovery package chance, an extra 1.6 chance to get a common module, which then breaks down into shatters. And so basically, every 1 to 2 days, I'm leveling up one of them. That might stop here soon as they're getting more and more expensive. But now all 4 modules are 141, which allows me to get another effect. I didn't feel like continuing to roll this to get something a little bit better for tourneys, just because it was starting to cost me a lot of reroll shards, so I kind of stopped. But that was the reason for that. Let's see here. I think we need to look at research. Getting close to being done with coins per kill. So after 98, it's just 99. And then we're basically done with that research. So then that'll be golden box and I can go to something else. Super tower bonus. This is a bit longer than I thought. I thought there's only 25 levels, but there's actually 30, and already it's over 12, 14 days just to get to level 24. Attack speed, level 91. That's great. I wanna gold box that one. Shatter shards. Oh my goodness, it's really needed to help level up my modules. But look at this, it's like 2/3 complete, and I still got 29 days. It is just expensive in terms of time. And then lab coin discount, just because I'm starting to get into labs that are really expensive. So let's go ahead and increase my range. I'm debating on doing a little bit more research into range and shockwave range, just because that could help me for tourneys. It wouldn't help me for farming, of course. Ooh, I didn't even look at these. Forgot to check those out. Great job, Prodigy team. Heck yeah. So Guardian, I'll spend those later, but right now let's do attack and ally. Store, anything good I can get? 170, yeah, I can get this, which should help me farm that much more. Cool. Better for farming, and then I can use these for fetch. So I got 180. Let's do fine chance. Or maybe cooldown. Cooldown is relatively cheap. All right, and then double fine chance. Nice. All right, so that will make our farming that much better. All right, so we'll go to tourney. Actually, what are the battle conditions? Thorns resistance, knockback resistance, enemy speed, projector ultimate, fast ultimate. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Enemy shields down. Enemy shield recharge time is increased by 1%. Oh yeah, enemy level skip and more bosses. Okay, so this speed is gonna be pain in the butt. Let's go here real quick. Let's hit battle so that I can change this. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and increase priority for these guys. Alrighty, closest. Yeah, there we go. Debating on having elites a little bit further down, because I think last tourney they weren't really giving us that much issue, but I think for now that'll be fine. I'm not getting that many elites yet, so not a big deal, I don't think. All right, we got 3 hours left to join. Let's go ahead and join. I think we got everything ready to go. Let's go ahead and get some money into enemy health level skips here. I think where my orbs are pretty good for against bosses. Now, it might not be good against my normal enemies, but that's okay, because normal enemies I tend to take out relatively just fine. Let's go ahead and put some music on. I don't want it too loud. I also don't want it too quiet. Let's see if I can get a happy medium. All right, I think that's good. Let me know if it's too loud, too quiet. All right, we're getting some recovery packages, get a little bit extra health here, but honestly, because of the Legends tourney, enemies do so much damage that health just doesn't really matter. So, hence my kind of going with the meta, going glass cannon here. That's why I'm focusing on enemy health level skip, just to hopefully keep the enemy's health down so I can keep on being a glass cannon. Looks like I got something special here. Awesome. Get that little bit more gems and coins. Always good to have. But since I maxed out my damage starting out, I might be able to stay and click a few more enemy health level skips here before I have to switch over and try to buy some other upgrades. Let's see, where was I last tourney? So last tourney I got 479, which is a new personal best for me, but I got ranked 17. It was a challenging bracket. Oh my goodness. I mean, before that, my highest was 360, so I got a whole nother 100 waves out of that, and I still didn't even get rank 15 to get some keys. You know, it's tough out there. It is competitive. So I'm thinking I'll get somewhere between 400 500 waves for today. Those fast ultimates are a little scary, so we'll see how that happens. And actually, now that I think about it, in my opinion, I think fast protector need to be increased in terms of where they are in terms of priority. Protectors, that might be a pain, but I think protectors kind of get pushed back because of knockback and black hole. But I guess for the protector ultimate, they do, I think they negate knockback and black hole and things like that. So we'll see. But there's nothing here to reduce the duration of my ultimate weapon. So I should have perma Chronofield and perma black hole, which will be nice. Last tourney, there was a battle condition that reduced the duration of my ultimate weapons, and thus didn't have perma Chronofield. All right, it's drink time. I forgot to get a drink before starting it, but that's okay. Right next to me, there's a mini fridge, and on top of the mini fridge is what sits, is where my desktop sits. I like the setup. Grab a beer or grab a bubbly water or something. After today's tourney, I think I'm gonna go for a drive. I got I forget what it's called. Let me look. I got window tint for my new Tesla because I drove it in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas is already like highs 108, 112. It was just cooking. It was just cooking in the Tesla, which is like all glass. So I got window tint on the 4 side windows, the moon window, the back window, and of course the front window. For the sides and the back, I got IRX with 25%, 25% tint. Hey, Spartan, I was just watching your live stream. I'm curious how your Galaxy compressor and your project funding is a bit, if you get any difference there. I think you stopped because you were having some internet issues. I hope things are good on your end to finish your tourney, and I hope my internet is good for this stream. I was having issues with internet because I got 1 gig internet thinking that'd be good for streaming, but the 1 gig was downloading. Uploading was slower, so it was not good for streaming. So I don't know what your current setup is, but if you want to do streaming, you have to look at download and upload speeds. So I've made that mistake. I wonder if you're in a similar boat. But yeah, I got 25% window. Oh, here it is. Just finished my project funding run. Got 270 waves versus G Comp 373. Not quite ready for project funding. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat, mainly because my Galaxy compressor is ancestral and my project funding is freaking purple, epic. I've just not gotten lucky with it. I didn't get any more. I mean, if I had this as ancestral, I'd definitely test them both out. But I also got really good effects on it too. So, yeah, I see other people who run project funding and they have it already at ancestral, and you get so much more damage for how much money you have in the bank. And I see, YouTubers now going back and doing research to get more cash per kill, or research that a lot of us haven't touched in a while. Really interesting. My issue with internet is I live out in the boonies and have very few options without breaking the bank. Gotcha. Well, have you looked into Starlink? I've heard good things about that. I personally haven't tried it, but yeah, I mean, I grew up on a horse farm, which is now a horse and cattle ranch. And I remember, like, we had really shitty internet, and we didn't even have cable, because cable didn't run out there. And I think eventually we got satellite, but then on stormy days, which is when you want to watch TV, it would have issues with cable. So we just had a big collection of like movies just to have something to watch. But I grew up on a ranch, so there was a lot to do around there. We had a tree house, we had dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, we had a pond to fish in. So that was a good childhood for me, I think. Kind of looking into Starlink, looks like some potential there. Yeah, I've been hearing good things. Again, I haven't tested it. But fair warning, I'm kind of a Tesla bro at this point. I bought a Tesla a month ago, and I hope I'm not annoying my coworkers, because it's like the only thing I want to talk about. I just got it tinted, and so far, it's doing a lot better in the heat. I drove it in Las Vegas, and it was just baking me. But I got window tint that's supposed to reject 99% UV, 88% infrared, and then the window tint is 25%, so it only lets in 25% visual light. And on the front windshield, I got it to where there was no technical tint, but it had a ceramic film which rejected UV and infrared. So I'll be driving to Las Vegas again in July, so I really wanted that window tint before being in Las Vegas in July. Yeah, I forget how much Starlink is. It seems like it's a bit money up front, but then after you buy it, the monthly cost is kind of similar to other internet providers, like if you were in residential. But for those out in the boonies, you don't have a lot of options. And I know my dad was looking into it, because my dad and stepmom, they soft retired and moved to Costa Rica, and like in a kind of remote part in Costa Rica, so remote that they technically don't have a real address. They just have a GPS coordinates. But they were able to get the land pretty cost effective and get the house built pretty cost effective, and they're walking distance of a beach, so and walking distance for a restaurant that serves fajitas, tacos, rice, beans, meat, and margaritas. So I definitely like to go visit them. It's a pretty cool location. It's beautiful there. Very green. I live in the Southwest in the United States, where we don't get a lot of rain, and so we don't have a lot of green plants. mostly tumbleweeds and cacti and things like that. Oh man, with the fast boost, the boss can just cut through the Chronofield Plus. Oh man, that kind of sucks. That really sucks. Man, that really cuts down the you know, how far the boss has to run to get to me, basically. Okay, that fast buff really freaking sucks. I might actually put fast above bosses just so that fast can stop buffing the boss. It was the last stream that I think a user called I Do Dumb Things said that he's living up to his username because he forgot to turn Chain Lightning, Smart Missile, Poison Swamp back on. So I guess he was turning off the damage ultimate weapons just to try to get a few more kills with his Death Wave, or a few more hits with your Death Wave to increase your health. But again, with Legends, pretty much just gonna have to do the glass cannon method, and so a little extra health isn't gonna help me that much. There we go. I saw the boss, you know, going the correct turnaround or the correct way for the Chronofield Plus. So yeah, we gotta kill those fast enemies first, so they stop buffing other enemies. I'm debating on which way to go, to buff up my Smart Missiles or buff up my Poison Swamp, because I definitely need to increase my my boss killing potential, basically. Because what usually kills me is usually a boss, at least for tournaments. For farming, now it's Rays. It used to be Scatters in farming that would kill me, but I think I got enough research, or like a Chain Lightning Scatter type research, to where they're no longer the main threat anyways. They're still kind of a pain, but it's the Rays that get me now. Oh nice, that must have been a death penalty on that boss. Yeah, I have 11% chance to have death penalty on, I guess, every enemy, which I guess reduces the amount of enemies I have on screen by 11%, which is nice. But yeah, having 11% chance to not have a boss is nice, because It gives me a little bit more time to hopefully regain my energy shields once things start to get a little bit more hectic. Oh, that one was actually taking it out with plasma cannon and chain lightning. I thought about increasing my chain lightning, but when I get to 400 or more waves, my chain lightning is doing less damage to the boss, just because the boss just has so much freaking health. So I think I need to either make use of the amplifier for smart missiles, or make use of the, what is it called, render? Yeah, rend armor of the poison swamp to take out bosses. I think they're two really good methods. I don't know which one I want to do most. I think in terms of stones and research, I've done more into smart missiles so far. But I know Poison Swamp got a bit of a rework that makes it, I think, a little bit better. I don't know. I was listening to one of Ryan NG's videos, and it sounded like he went pretty heavy into smart missiles, and now he's going pretty heavy into Poison Swamp because of the rework. But then again, Ryan is in a much different place in his tower than mine. He already put a lot of stones and research into his smart missiles. Unfortunately, right now my research is I'm kind of set on a lot of items, trying to gold box them, so I can't switch over to either smart missile or poison swamp in the near future. But I think eventually one or two of my researchers should get gold box, so I can switch over priorities. I need to do more research with ultimate weapons, because I got the research done for the ultimate weapons that give me more economy for coins and crowd control, and now I think I need to do a little bit more attention to what's the right word, to kind of get some more work done on the damage ultimate weapons, especially the ones that are known to deal with bosses a bit better, because all the non-boss enemies I seem to be doing okay. I think eventually elites get a little crazy, but oh, there goes my wall. Did that max out my berserker card? Yes, it did. Okay, cool. So we got all that damage now, so that should keep me good for a little bit. We'll see when once I lose one of my energy shields, I'll probably switch over from enemy level skips, and I'll start getting some other upgrades in attack and defense to try to survive that much longer. Yeah, projectiles are doing almost nothing. But with the increased damage, that's helping my chain lightning do a bit more damage as well. And luckily I have that attack speed of 47 there to help out with making sure I hit enemies. Oh shoot, okay, I already got hit by something. I wonder if it was a fast. Getting in there and doing some pretty bad damage. All right, I just need one more and that'll max that one out. And I'll let re-ups get the rend armor. There we go, bam. All right, times 36.8 damage, super crit chance 34%, critical chance 100% chance to critical hit. That's nice. Critical factor times 145. Nice. All right, so with defense, what should I get here? Well, we can increase landmine damage. Bam, that's good. All right, well, wall rebuild has been maxed out. That's good. Yeah, at this point, I don't think it really matters for me to continue increasing health and wall health, but I did want to get that wall rebuild, because that gives me gives me a free hit, basically. It's kind of like another energy shield almost. Yeah, I want to do more poison swamp research in terms of increase poison swamp size, increase that poison swamp rend type research. I think there's 2 researches just for that. There's like a chance to rend to apply, and there is a research that, you know, it will apply to more than just the common enemies. So that's on the table. Also, I want to do that research for smart missile amplifier and smart missile like explosion radius or something like that. So those are on the to-do list in the near future, I think. All right, got the wall back. Nice. Get those gems. So yeah, just recently I got my my dimension core to level 141, and so I rolled for an ancestral. This is the first one I got, and I'm keeping it for now because it is a decent farming one. For farming, I guess it would be better if I had like more golden tower duration or more death waves. But I was getting a little low. I guess it's not that low, but it did tear through a big chunk of my reroll shards, and so took that away. I did take a advice from my previous videos to change the plus 6% defense to plus 9% landmine damage. Actually, I gave it a lot of options, and I just took the first one. It's expensive. They want like 1,000 reroll shards, even for trying to get to mythic. It took a lot. So because of those 2 leveling up recently, usually I'm in like the 2 to 3 million range for my rerolls, reroll shards. So I didn't like being that low. So yeah, we'll just keep on farming, try to get that number back up. I think I'm starting to transition tier 12 as my farming tier. And yeah, I can kind of show that. Where is it in stats? Where tier 11, I'm getting close to 300 trillion per run. But you know, it takes, you know, 9.7 thousand waves to get there. Here, you know, 30% of the time, or 30% less, I get about 30% less coins. Hey, all clouded, how you doing? And so I'm thinking about moving to tier 12 just because I think per hour I'm getting more coins per hour and more reroll shards per hour. But I'm probably taking a little bit of a hit in terms of research cells, but you know, more reroll shards and more coins. I think it's good. Plus, one run just takes forever when you're getting close to 10,000 waves. Hey, Clouded, how are you doing? Did you do your tourney yet? After the stream, I think I'm gonna go buy some ammo for the range. I need some more 9mm and I need some more 5.56. Some friends and I think we're gonna go shooting, not this weekend, but next weekend. And I think I'm a little low on both. Oh wow, 1,800 in champs, almost 1,900. So I'm assuming you're getting back into legends after that high of a run. Oh, for champs, you do wave skip plus wave accelerator. Nice. Do you have wave skip hard mastery? I still don't have that one. Oh, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. It's hard for doing a long run on a work night. Especially when you have fast enemies, and so you have to slow things down to allow your tower to have time to actually hit the battle condition buffed fast enemies. No masteries yet. We'll get free up mastery as my first. Yep. Free up mastery. Oh, really? Okay. I did recovery package mastery first, and then I did wave accelerator second. Yeah, I've been kind of debating on doing that one just because right now, in farming and in tourney, I'm basically blender, just because I can't micromanage my tower, but I can set up a long tier 11, tier 10 to run while I'm doing a 9 to 12 hour shift, and while I'm getting hopefully 8 hours of sleep, but tend to not get 8 hours of sleep just because I kind of procrastinate going to bed. Wow, even common enemies are taking quite a few hits with the chain lightning and still being okay. Here comes a boss. Alright, cool. We're still taking out bosses. How am I doing thus far with the oh my goodness. Look at this guy. He's 1,800 for freaking legends. Let's see if I recognize anybody. I'm not really recognizing anybody. Yeah, I hear you all clouded. I'm doing better now, but I had some acid reflux issues that really screwed me up for a few months, and it made it to where I had several days in a row where I wasn't getting good sleep, and man, it just sucked. But yeah, I've seen some doctors, and the last one I saw was a sleep specialist, because my wife says I might have sleep apnea, so I actually have that sleep study tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
And the more you cover, the more you can save.
But yeah, I just always feel tired.
Is our best policy.
I try to get 8 hours, but it usually doesn't happen. Oh, do you? Yeah, that's something I don't look forward to. But if it does allow me to get good sleep, then, you know, I need to do it. Plus, you know, a lot of unhealthy things that happen if you have sleep apnea. And I think normally a lot of guys don't believe their wives or the girlfriends, but my wife's a medical resident, so I kind of believe her on medical stuff. Life changer, really? Oh, I hope so. Because I feel like I'm going through life with a debuff right now, just because I'm always freaking tired. And it'd be nice to have that energy back. The other day we were looking at photos and I look 10 years younger. Like, you look younger now than previous photos? I think that's what you said. Yeah, I mean, if you get good sleep, you know, your what are they called? The bags underneath your eyes kind of go away, which really helps. Your eyes probably aren't as droopy and things like that. So I'm hoping that's the case. We're trying to figure out what's going on. One part of it is definitely anti-reflux. After you get to the age of like 25, I swear it's like every 3 to 5 years you get another downloadable content that's forced upon your body, and it's never usually good. It never really helps with the game experience. I tell you what. And I don't like the fast battle conditions because I feel like I have to run it slower. See, I heard a ding, but I didn't see a new comment. Maybe it'll come up here in a second. An animal? I went to get the mail, and my security system caught me and called me an animal. Can't believe you, security system. Sugar, sugar, disco biscuits. Oh no. Oh man. I think mine is from my weight. I definitely don't eat healthy. I do like to work out, but I don't like to eat healthy or diet. So I'm heavier set, both with fat and muscles. I work on a military base, and so during my lunch break, I'll go to the military gym and work out there. So I'm keeping things good in that point, but probably should be eating less and eating less junk food. So I think mine is probably a bit of weight and then a bit of the acid reflux. Well, last tourney Wednesday, I got to 460. $479. So I'm hoping to get somewhere between 450, 500 is where I'm aiming. But of course, with the difference in battle conditions, we will see, because that fast battle condition's a pain in the butt. Because the fast will buff up a boss, and the boss will just plow through my wall, my inner landmine, and just smack me up. But I'm hoping for about 450, 500, but it's already looking a bit scary already. Okay, we handled that boss. Yeah, Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is doing well. Part of me wants to put a few more stones into Chain Lightning, but I know later on, deeper down in the waves, Chain Lightning starts to do less and less with bosses. And then you have to start relying on like Missile Amplifier and Poison Swamp Rend type items to help break down the boss's huge chunk of health that they have. I got it to the second level. Let me make sure what I said is true. Chrono Loop. Nope, I'm sorry. Level 1. Yeah, I only got one level, so I think their turn radius is pretty small. It's just a little extra. But yeah, maybe a little bit more into Chronofield Plus might help with tourney, but a lot of things would help. Oh man, there's so many things I want to spend stones on. I got a few card masteries, but I just don't have the economy to get all of the researches done. I can do like 1 to 3 researches a week, so I'm slowly working on them. Next for stones, either increasing my economy with Golden Tower or buffing up my Smart Missile or buffing up my Poison Swamp. Right now I'm looking at, I think I've decided to buff up my Smart Missile just because I have more stones and research into Smart Missiles already. And that is to focus on getting bosses down. So I need to reduce the cooldown, increase the number, and increase the damage, and then do some research to increase that Missile Amplifier research, because I definitely have not gold boxed Missile Amplifier. I forget how many levels I have into it. I think it's still not too expensive in terms of time yet. I'm sure it gets that way pretty quickly. How about you, Outclouded? Are you saving up stones for that card mastery that you stated earlier? The one that will allow you to not have orbs. What's that called again? The free up card mastery. I think that's what you stated earlier. You get your econ cooldowns to 100. Can I even see what mine are? My death wave, the cooldown is 1 minute 40 seconds, and I have 4 waves. For my golden tower, the duration is 1 minute. The cooldown is 1 minute 38 seconds. So yeah, maybe I need to think like you and get my golden tower and death wave down to 1 minute. My black hole duration is 32 seconds and cooldown 46 seconds. And with galaxy compressor, black hole is basically permanent. Same with chrono field. Chrono field is permanent, but thanks to my galaxy compressor. Hey, no one. Yeah, I mean, that's how I felt. What, late last year watching like a Zardan stream, and then earlier this year watching a JP stream. And I don't know, I like setting up a farming run, and then I get to come home and see how much resources I farmed, and it's basically the first thing I do when I get home and drop off my bag and lunch bag. I do a quick check to see where I'm at. I usually do like a tier 10, tier 11 farming run because I can get close to like 10,000 waves with those, and thus I can make sure it's still running even though I'm doing like a 9 to 12 hour shift. And then I can do a little bit more of like a tier 11, tier 12 farming run when I sleep, because that's just essentially 6 to 8 hours between when I go to bed and when I get up. So yeah, this morning, or yeah, last night I set up a tier 12 run, and then when I got up making breakfast, then it completed, got killed by a ray, and then I started another tier 12 because I knew today is a tourney day, so I didn't want it to run too long. And I was getting close to being done with my farming run, and I got on to watch Spartan do his stream. He's in Legends, and it looks like he got Golden Hour Plus as well. And I forget what wave he got to. I think he was trying to get to above 400 waves, but I don't think he made it. I think he was like in the 300s. That's what I remember. I think when he was finishing up his stream, I went to get the mail and make some lunch. I was kind of half paying attention. Yeah, exactly. Or you gotta cut your farming run short, and you know, not be the most efficient in your farming runs. But just so happened I just got mine completed, and so it's like, all right, time to stream. Need to get some errands done today, so after this I'm gonna go do that. Nice. Killed that boss before I was able to touch my tower. But yeah, no one. I just recently got a big upgrade in damage thanks to some card masteries, but unfortunately, I don't have the econ to really get all of the research labs done. So I might have preemptively got those, or maybe got them a little too early. I probably should have put those stones into Golden Tower or Death Wave or something else to allow me to get more econ. But I was able to get like, I don't know, 3 to 4 researches in, and I just kind of have to alternate which one I research each week when I respec back from tourney to farming mode. And it does reduce my total amount of coins I have in the bank, but I think it will even out over time. And we can kind of see what the damage is for smart missiles and chain lightning. Death wave there. Yeah, currently pushing everything econ and playing for a dummy early mistake. Was a noob, and I think I had black hole accessible at some point and didn't take it. Then got unlucky, and it costed me a good amount of stones. Yeah, JP and I have similar stories where we started this game, we were just playing it, not knowing what's what, and I think JP got Poison Swamp as his first ultimate weapon. For me, I got Death Wave as my first ultimate weapon, and that was before, I forget what update it was now, but there was an update that made it to where Death Wave gave research cells. That's because when I started playing, there wasn't research cells. So Death Wave wasn't as good in terms of farming. But then when it came time for my second ultimate weapon, I was like, you know what are the best ones? And so that's when I started watching YouTube videos on this game. I started kind of getting into the tower community. So I did make sure that I got Golden Tower as my second ultimate weapon. And then I forget what I got for third, fourth, and so on. But yeah. Okay, so you have the majority of the ultimate weapons. You just have 2 left. Well, I would definitely go with Spotlight next, just because it helps with farming and can help with your econ. There's some pretty good economy researches for Spotlight, so definitely worth it there, in my opinion. And then yeah, I was kind of like, I tend to focus on econ first in terms of research and stones. And so like for research, I'll try to get everything up to like 2 days time in terms of research, but I would do econ first, and then I would go back and do, damage, crowd control, EHP, effective health points. And then once they were all close to 2 days, then I would start doing some research on econ, get them up to, 4 to 8 days, and then so on. Like, that's how I did it. Oh yeah, you definitely want to upgrade Golden Tower, Black Hole, Death Wave. Try to have them proc at the same time. There's a module that can help you with that. But you can also try to get like Black Hole to be eventually basically permanent. Mine is my Black Holes are permanent, thanks to Galaxy Compressor, which is a module. And then after upgrading Golden Tower is not technically permanent, but it's almost permanent. I think there's like 18 seconds where it might technically be down. And so now, since 2 of the 3 are basically permanent, I don't feel like I have to sync them anymore, because Black Hole and Golden Tower will always be going, and thus when Death Wave happens. Yeah, I'm still working on Golden Tower and Golden Tower Plus. Oh, nice. I didn't notice, but I got all my energy shields back. Yeah, so at this point, my wall is basically just another energy shield where it'll take one hit. uh, yeah, I remember focusing on EHP and champions and really getting a lot of research stuff for the wall. And then I get into Legends, I just kept on getting smacked down, and then it wasn't until I watched a few YouTube videos I realized that Legends effective health points or EHP is just not the way to go. You have to go like full damage and crowd control, or else you'd get taken out early. So EHP might be helpful for champion and lower tournament brackets, but Legends, it's almost like you have to at this point. There might be an update where that changes, but that's how it is right now. Plasma Cannon, Chain Lightning, Poison Swamp. Yeah, maybe I just need to buff up Chain Lightning. It's just doing so good. The cool thing about Chain Lightning, it also takes care of like basically all of the enemies. But we'll see once we get close to 400, 500 waves. We'll see if that's still the case. Memory serves me correct. There's a certain point where bosses get so much health that even Chain Lightning can't really deal with bosses. And so for me, since my Poison Swamp and my Smart Missiles aren't that well developed, the bosses tend to die thanks to thorns. But then it starts taking away my energy shields, and then I eventually die. And that's usually how that's usually how the tower dies, for me anyways. But yeah, no one. My only advice is just keep on going. Just make sure you're always researching something. Always put resources into something, and just keep on growing. I mean, that's the main fun of the game. It's like, all right, today I have this much better because of this research, or this module got upgraded. So let's do another farming run, see how much further I get. I find it interesting. And it's a game that you can easily pick up, but really hard to master. Those type of games I really like. And I was really looking for a tower defense game. The last tower defense game that I really enjoyed playing was Defense Grid and Defense Grid 2. They're on Steam, and I really enjoyed those games. All right, so I death-defied there. Plasma Cannon, yeah, so Thorns was the last 11% to take it out there. Yeah, projectiles, landmines are basically doing nothing. Yeah, they have like 15, what is this, Sectillion health? Oh my goodness, so much health. Let's see, slow grind, lab speed going for 67, but big milestone will be Golden Tower duration that I'm finishing the last upgrade. Heck yeah! Yeah, this game is fun. You let it go by itself mostly. Yeah, I'm definitely more of an idle player. I know some people will be a little bit more micro with it. But I know there's card masteries and researches and things you can get in the vault to make it even more idle. For example, All Clouded was talking about getting the free up card mastery, and what that does is you can pick one thing that or one upgrade that won't upgrade with the free ups, with the free upgrades. So and so he was talking about have it to where he doesn't have any orbs and it won't be free upped, and so that way it can be a black hole digester, which is a great way to farm coins. And I was thinking about that too, but there's just so many other things I want to use my stones on. But The cool thing about that is you can get great utility out of it without needing to do much research labs on it. Whereas the other card masteries, for them to be really helpful, you got to spend a lot of time and a lot of coins to make it to where they're really that helpful. So that was an example of one that can be pretty helpful without spending too much time and coins on. All Clouded is right. I might do that much better with my farming runs if I had something like that. I'll probably go back to tier 11 because tier 12 I'm probably relying on my blender strategy to get to the 6,000, 7,000 wave area. But yeah, when I respec to my farming, I'm debating on which card mastery I should do. Card masteries, yeah, sorry. You're probably not ready for them just because they're so expensive. But basically, once you have all of the cards purchased with gems, you can buy a card mastery, which unlocks other effects. Also, I think you have to get to like tier 16, wave 100 or wave 300, something like that. It's relatively far in the run, and that's just to kind of make sure you don't get the card masteries too early, because I mean, look how expensive these are. No one. If I go over here, I go to card research. The most expensive one I have right now, recovery package mastery. I mean, that's 2.77 quadrillion coins and almost a 13-day research. I mean, that is expensive. Damage mastery, that's 1.6 quadrillion. Super tower mastery, 2.77 quadrillion. And so that's why I'm doing lab coin discount research, because it's so freaking expensive. Yeah, no one, even I, started doing card masteries too early. I probably should have waited until I'm basically making like 1 quadrillion a day, I think is what most people recommend. Just because some of those card masteries, there's like 9 researches, and so it's already getting to 3 quadrillion for like the 3rd or 4th research. Yeah, I hear you, no one. Yeah, yeah. It's even too much for me, to be completely honest. Thinking I think I make like 400 to 500 trillion a day, so I probably should have waited until I'm 1 quadrillion a day, just so that I can afford those card mastery researches. Yeah, I was like maybe halfway there, or 40% way there when I started doing card masteries. I was so like I could have put all those stones into like Golden Tower or Golden Tower Plus and increased my economy, and then do card masteries. But so the last few tourneys I've been buffing up my Golden Tower to make sure I get a little bit more coins. Plus I am researching coins per kill. I think I just have one more research of coins per kill, and then I'm done with that one. It'll be gold boxed. And after that, the only other economy research I can do is golden bot duration. And then after that, there's no just straight up economy research I can do. But golden bot duration seems really expensive for the time and the amount of coins I have to put into it. It's like 9 trillion coins, and it's like 14 days. Uh-oh, we got a commercial on this YouTube video. All right, there we go. No one. Are you in a guild where you get all of the bonuses each time? Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. Are you in a guild where you get all the boxes each time? Because I think this guild thing, this is probably really helpful for newer players. Because this is going to help them speed up a lot faster than what I was doing. 9T for 14 days. Well, technically it's less than Doritos. Okay, good. Yeah, so I think with the whole guild thing, I think that's helping newer players kind of play a little bit of catch up, because those rewards I think are more helpful for newer players than players who've been playing this game a little bit longer. Alrighty, well, I definitely think I can get to wave 400, but I don't know how far into the 400s I can go. Jeez, whenever a fast buff's a boss, that's just freaking scary. Thing just plows through my Chronofield Plus, and it just does not care. I call them Doritos, the things to increase the speeds of researches. Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, because they're triangles. I think they're called research cells. I think that's what they're technically called. But I do like Doritos. Yeah, these things are called research cells because you can go and look into, for example, ultimate weapon research. Look for the death wave. Where is it? Yeah, death wave cell bonus. So the research cells. And so now if an elite gets hit by a death wave, I get ×3 more research cells out of them, which is a nice buff for death wave. So that's one example. And I think that's the only way through research anyways that you can increase your research cell economy. They look like Triforces, and lots of people online called them Doritos because of some what is that? ALTTP speedrunners? Interesting. Yeah, thanks. I've been I mean, there's definitely others that have got a lot more research done than I have, but even when I wasn't taking this game seriously, I think I always prioritized research ongoing, just because I could tell that was going to be a bottleneck. ALTTP is a link to the past, very old Link games. Ah, okay, gotcha. Very cool, very cool. Oh. Finished my drink already. Oh wow, that tank got pretty far. Almost took out one of my inner landmines. Alright, got my wall back up, which is basically acting like another energy shield. It's just like a one-hit thing. But hey, I'll as a glass cannon, I'll take it. Nice! We took out that boss pretty well. Didn't even touch the wall. That freaking tank enemy took out my wall. Yeah, I haven't been too lucky with modules either. Like, I really want some project funding modules, for example. I was just not pulling them. Even back when project funding, you could get that special pull where you're more likely to get a project funding. That really kind of ticked me off. But yeah, I hear you. I kind of like the mechanic of the cards, where it's like, yeah, you can not pull the cards that you want, but eventually you will get them because you're essentially pulling cards out of a deck, and you will eventually get the cards that you want. With a module, you can just sit there and just freaking essentially waste gems, and it's pretty frustrating. Project funding, I think, is good for more in-game players, because what project funding does is the more money you have in your bank, it will increase the damage that you do. So what's the wording? There's a very specific verbiage to it. So the tower damage is multiplied by 12.5%. And I think when you have it in Ancestral, I think it's 100% of the number of digits in your current cache. And so if your cache is, what is it, 1 billion? What is that? Is that 9 digits? So it's 10. So it's 10 digits, right? So 10 times 100. Was that 1,000? Is that really 1,000 times your normal damage? Is that what it is? So yeah, and so that's why when I watch some of the YouTubers, their damage is in like the hundreds of trillions, and here I am in the hundreds of billions. So like, yeah, there's definitely a difference there. And so that's why those who are kind of more in-game and they have project funding to Ancestral, they're going back doing research to increase how much cash they get per kill. A lot of us kind of stopped doing research cash per kill because at a certain point you kind of max out all of your upgrades, and so you really don't need that much more cash. Although here I am sitting here waiting to increase my enemy health level skips. But there's other things I want to research first before I research cash per kill type research. Oh, and technically another econ research I could do is coins per wave, but that's another one where I think it's just a lot of time, and I don't know if it's really worth it. Oh yeah, duh, 100% is double the damage, right? And so 10,000, that would be like increasing it by 10 times. So if I had this 10 times right now, That would increase my damage, and it would be, what would that be? That'd be like 2 trillion? 2 trillion damage? Yeah. So I think that's how those certain individuals are getting, you know, so much damage out of their tower. Yeah, I mean, over the span of, you know, how many waves I'm doing, especially, I don't know. I don't think it works how I think it works if you're doing that wave skip thing, but I think there's better stuff you could do with your research lab because you're limited to only researching 5 things at a time. One thing I've been kind of flirting on with, like, I want to research, but I don't know how good it is the enemies. So, like, it'd be nice to reduce fast enemy health, fast enemy speed. But I think the main thing I'm looking at is, like, boss health. It'd be really nice to reduce boss health. One thing I don't see here, I don't see elites. So I'm curious, if I reduce boss health, does that also decrease elite health? Or is there no research to decrease elite's health? So what is this? This is minus 0.3. So doing 10 levels would be... Would it only be 3% for 10 levels of this? So 30 levels would just be 9% less health? Doesn't seem that good. I guess it's better than nothing. Yeah. I mean, they're I think they're close to 100 billion just for the first level. But for me, it's just 18 hours. So in terms of time, it's pretty cost effective to get a few levels in. At least for, like, you know, reducing the speed of fast enemies, maybe a few into reducing boss health, stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to research. I was talking earlier about getting some more research labs, some more research into the smart missile research and the poison swamp research, just to increase the damage I'm doing. Because the projectiles, I'm not doing that much damage, and the main damage dealers is smart missile, poison swamp, and chain lightning. Chain lightning is good, but I think eventually it doesn't do much to bosses, but I will double check that in this run to see that, and if not, if Chain Lightning is still doing a good job, maybe I'll put a few more stones into Chain Lightning. Right now, my Chain Lightning is, yeah, it's just times 191. I think it's just 100 stones to get it to times 244. I think I see a lot of other people where they have it times 800 to times 1,000 more damage for Chain Lightning. I see a lot of other players around my level, so maybe my Chain Lightning is not as developed. All right, so that boss, yeah, Chain Lightning is still doing a good amount of damage. All right, let's see if that continues when we get closer to 500. If so, I might have to put a little bit more attention to Chain Lightning. It helps out that I have what is it called? Dimension Core. Chain Lightning has a 60% chance of hitting an initial target. Shock chance and multiplier is doubled. If a shock is applied again to the same enemy, the shock multiplier will add up to a max stack of 20. So that does help reduce enemies pretty well there. And I did do a good amount of research into Chain Lightning Ultimate Weapon research. I don't think I gold boxed any of the Chain Lightning research yet, but definitely put a few levels into it, to the point now where shatters no longer kill me during farming runs. Now it's rays. And definitely recommend, if y'all haven't done it yet, doing that garlic research to help with vampires. I noticed once I got that done, vampires were no longer an issue. Oh, only legendary? Oh man. What are you using now for your or what is it called again for your core module? What are the options? There's Harmony, which since my poison isn't that great. I know a lot of people do Multiverse Nexus, but because I never got this up that high, I was kind of forced to manually with stones get everything to be synced. Oh, looks like I can level this up, but I'll focus on that later. And I don't think it's that helpful for me right now. Your Mythic Multiverse Nexus. Okay, cool. My Garlic Thorns is 1 of max level. I thought there was 5 research levels for Garlic Thorns. Or are you trying to say 1 away from max level? And then eventually, if you get far enough, you can unlock some more Chain Lightning researches. One I think is like Scatter Chain Lightning. That one really helps against scatters. And so because of the Garlic Thorns and because of the Scatter Chain Lightning, you're basically taking out 2 of the 3 elites. So now 2 out of the 3 elites are almost no problem, at least with farming. And you know what? Increasing my Chain Lightning damage will probably help me with my farming runs too. Garlic Thorn is level 9. Oh man, is it really 10 levels? Man, my memory is not that great, I guess. No, it wouldn't be there. Wouldn't be there either. I think it would be in defense. Uh-oh. No, yeah, sorry, this is defense. Yeah, you're right, I'm sorry, 10 levels. For some reason, I thought it was 5 levels. Oh, it's 5%, okay. I'm just dyslexic. I went for the percentage and not the amount of researches. Okay. Okay, nice. So you're in the mythic area. That's good. That's just 1 away from ancestral. I mean, I was running with all mythics for quite a while, and then finally I got 1 ancestral, and then slowly but surely got the other 3 to be ancestral too. But I remember it took a long time from mythic. Well, getting all of my modules to mythic, it took a good amount of time to get all of them to ancestral. So that's trust me, you're working in an area which took me a long time as well. Oof. All right, so Thorns did a good amount of damage there. I saw a Death Defy, which is great. That made it to where I wasn't using one of my energy shields. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely need some lucky pulls. It's also nice when I got all 4 of my modules for module effects on all of them, because those module effects really add up. Especially for farming runs. I kind of like having 3 spotlights because it makes my tower look like it's like that radiation symbol. Oh no, that boss took away 2 energy shields. Shoot. So that means next time I get hit. Yeah, see, already it's starting to get to the point where Chain Lightning is not doing as well. So now it's Plasma Cannon and Thorns. So I need something to kind of help with that. And I think that's Smart Missiles and Poison Swamp. That's why I was saying that. Like the first few 100 waves, Chain Lightning will get you through, but eventually you need something that's a little bit more targeted to do single target damage. Right now my Chain Lightning is doing good, kind of keeping everything else at bay. Oh yeah, without having my Plasma Cannon card maxed out, this would be very difficult. All right, that boss died a little bit quicker. All right, Chain Lightning did a good amount of damage. Okay. Oh, and Poison Swamp, look at that. I haven't done much with my Poison Swamp in terms of stones and research, so that is encouraging. And now with Chronofield Plus, they'll kind of help direct enemies into my Poison Swamp. I just need to put some stones into it to make Poison Swamp permanent, so that's always there defending. And eventually, if you put enough stones into it, you can basically have like 2 Poison Swamps covering a good amount of area. I think one of Ryan NG's videos, I saw that. I was like, oh wow, 2 Poison Swamps, that's crazy. And they kind of overlap and kind of almost look like a, I don't know, like a heart or like a Mickey Mouse type shape. They don't make an hourglass shape, which is what I wish they did. But oh well. Good, I'm getting a good amount of reroll shards. I definitely need them after re-rolling, because when I get a new effect open up to get a, you know, when I get one of my modules to 141, my cannon and defense modules, I have one for farming, one for turning, and so it's like I have to roll twice, one for farming, one for turning, so it really eats up my reroll shards. And what was it? Was it the 5th or 6th? Get where I'm at now. 1, 2, 3, 5th. For the 5th one, it's 1,000 reroll shards per reroll. And it just ate through my reroll shards. So yeah, no one. I'm still rolling with 2 mythic modules just because I don't have my death penalty up to ancestral yet. Ooh, that boss was buffed by a fast. Okay, well, Chain Lightning again. All right. How are we doing so far? Oh, I'm 12. Heck yeah. I could really use some keys. Oh man, that could give me 4 keys. That'd be great. I could get one thing in the vault with 4 keys, because I have 2 keys right now. I've only earned keys once, and I got 2. Yeah. So honestly, I would recommend you getting some of those researches which help that out, because the sooner you get it done, the better. So that's like another type of econ, right? I consider modules a economy. So like I got common drop chance increased, I got reroll shards increased, so now I'm getting plus 100 every time I kill a boss. So like now I'm getting like 145 per boss I kill during a farming run. The daily missions, those add up. Got that. And then yeah, I could research this more, but the thing is, there's less benefit getting this sooner rather than later. Whereas you want to get these sooner rather than later, so they start building up. and then you can come back and grab this whenever. Same thing with module coin, rare drop. Oh yeah, rare drop chance. It's nice. The bad thing is both the common and the rare, it's just plus 1%. So it's not huge, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, modules are important, but I made the noob mistake of focusing on modules before maxing out all of my cards and getting enough card slots. So I think since you have all of your modules up to Mythic, if you haven't already, make sure you max out your cards and try to get to like 18-20 card slots. Okay, all right. Reroll shards at level 9 and daily missions at level 10. Okay. Yeah, it's good to get those initial researches out of the way because they're usually pretty cost effective in terms of coins and time. Hey, Dumbledore. Let's go indeed. And yes, this is a live stream. I like watching those, I think it's like an AI thing where they change Harry Potter into like Harry Squatter. It's like Dumbledore, and they're all working out in a wizard gym, getting swole. That always made me, I like those made me laugh. Oh, I think that's why commons and tanks are kind of getting close. I think because, yeah, I have Spotlight. Let's take that Spotlight out of there. Got 12 card slots, and I'm working on epic cards now. All of them are level 6 except for 2 of them. Other cards are all maxed. Yeah. Yeah, getting those epic cards maxed out, super helpful. Like Wave Accelerator, that's helpful for farming. Getting Demon Mode card maxed out, really great for tourneys. Yeah, Dumbledore knows what I mean. I mean, at this point, those videos are kind of old. I think they've been out for 2 years at least. I still run into them every now and then when I'm doom scrolling on YouTube or Insta. Yeah, last tournament I got a new personal best by like 100 waves, but I still got rank 17. So I was just in a really challenging bracket, and then I saw other YouTubers, you know, they got even less waves than I, and they were earning keys, and oh man, that made me frustrated. So there is a bit of RNG, a bit of luck in terms of which tourney you get put into. Still, Potter getting shredded is cool. I agree. Okay, so we lost our angel wings. All right, so what does that mean? We need to... So I don't think cash or free upgrades are that important anymore. We need to... What do we need to do? Death Ray, Landmine Stun. All right, I gotta be careful now. Make sure I hit demon mode at the right time. But with all the... Oh, fudge me! Fudge. I didn't get to use my nuke or demon mode. That kind of ticks me off. I don't want to run it again just because of all the other stuff I need to do today. 127 relics. Oh wow, I have 122? No, that's not me. Oh yeah, I have 127. He also has 127.
Horizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers.
Commercial. Wow, he's at tier 17. Technically, I haven't gotten into tier 17 yet. Well, I hope I can get some keys. That'd be nice. Yeah, it's still pretty good. I just wish I hit demon mode a little bit sooner because I do have demon mode card mastery. So even when demon mode is done, I get ×2 damage for 300 waves. And so that usually lets me go for a good amount of time. Usually another 20 to 50 waves. It doesn't allow me to go for 300 waves, that's for sure. What did I get? I got some more modules. Cool. Cool. I've been really lucky, and I've been mainly getting cannon modules. So my cannon's been really upgraded there. But yeah, this is the one that I run with for farming. And this is the one I run for farming. And so, yeah. Maybe I should do something else than orbs, but again, it's just really expensive. So I kind of took the first ancestral one that made sense. All right, well, I think I'm going to respec, and I think I'm going to get one of the card masteries just so we keep on leveling those up. Now, which one should I get? There's Wave Accelerator and Recovery Package. Those two, either one of them would help with getting more what do you call it? Farming. But let's see. Boop. Boop. Let's see, respec. It would take away about half of my coins that I have in my bank. If not more than half. Oh man. So much. All right, let's see how much coins I have after I get a few certain things. All right. And so if I go for coin bonus, I usually get at least 0.3. So at least I get the coin bonus there. Now, if I go get one of those, it's gonna cost me a good amount. What I could do, it would be nice to get 2% chance to get recovery package chance or wave accelerator. One that's a bit cheaper is the damage mastery. That wouldn't take all of my coins, so that might be kind of nice. Which one do I want to take out of the running while that's happening? I probably want to keep super tower bonus going. So maybe attack speed can wait just a little bit, and we'll get damage mastery so we can increase how much damage we're doing. I think that is a good idea. Yep. And then, all right, so that's going. So now let's spend the rest on. How much money do we have? All right, I need to make sure I get some cells, or else I'm not going to have anything for research. I agree. It is really helpful, but at the same time, it's there's only so much it can do, right? So for farming, I go a little bit more EHP, just because I don't want to kill things right away. I want it. I want the enemies to get hit by Death Wave a few times. So I tend to go pretty heavy into health regen and in health. All right, so those two are there. Cool. We could get a little bit damaged, but honestly, I think I need to look over here. I didn't get too many of these yet. It would be good to at least start with some health, or else you could get sniped in the beginning. Oh, wow. Okay, so I don't have that much money left over. All right. Max. Let's go for max here. Let's go for wall. And defense percent. Okay, cool. All right, so now let's transfer everything back over to farming. Coins. Oh, no, cash free up, because it's still the tourney area. Then for farm, we'll remove those two and put cash and free ups. Okay, cool. And then for research, we're going to reduce shockwave. We're gonna reduce range. All right, cool. I'm missing something. This guy, Guardian, boom, boom. Steal and fetch. Heck yeah. All right, yep, have a good dinner. I'm gonna start a farming run. And I'm gonna do tier 11 just because, man, I guess in the future I need to just basically hit demon mode right when my angel wings expire, because that was rough. That was freaking rough. I guess I could do it again. Well, I just respect. So no, I couldn't do it again. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna continue with this farming run. I got some errands I need to do as well. So y'all have a great weekend. I'll see you in the next